Hey, what is going on, everybody? Zero here, back with some more Diablo action. And today we're going to talk about the Fire Dogs variant to the Giant Poison Dog build that I normally run. What I like about it, how it differs from the Poison Dog build, if it's better than the Poison Dog build, and just the differences in a whole. Okay, so let's talk about the gear first, guys. What's changed? I think first thing you'll notice is my damage is a little bit lower, but we're still on T6. Still run T6, no problem. Alright, still got the same Mask of Jerem, same Tasker and Theo. Still running the same All-Killed Shoulder and Chest. Of course, Renho Flare, Eucoprian Serpent. Still don't have a Eucoprian Serpent with dog damage on it. You want that dog damage on there, but I'm not willing to give up the vitality right now. Just not doing it. Okay, and the Tall Man's Finger, of course. So what's different? Amulet's still the same. Bracers, All-Kills with fire damage. Obviously a must for the Fire Dog, okay? Next up, we have a Stone of Jordan. Not a very good one, but a Stone of Jordan nonetheless with fire damage on it. Very important. Next up, I am running Blackthorn Set. 3-piece for reduced damage from elites, and 2-piece gives me more damage against elites. Combine that with my Stone of Jordan, which gives me 29%, and the 10% off of my Blackthorns. That is a total of 39% more elite damage. That's big. That's a big number. Believe it. Okay, and pretty much, yeah, that's the gear. Okay, we'll look at the effective DPS, 1.3 million, which is definitely lower than with my poison build. There's no denying that, because I don't have a good enough amulet to run on here for T6 with fire damage on it. And of course, with the poison build, you have the Swampland Waders, which is just a fantastic force of boosting your poison damage, and you don't really have anything like that for fire, unfortunately. And in fact, really for any of the elements. I don't think there's another pair of pants in the game that gives you that elemental damage modifier, which is why poison on Witch Doctor is so good. Okay, so again, we've got the buff to the zombie dog. Not as much as I would like, but you know what? It's still working very good. Okay, take a look at my Paragon points for a minute. Okay, guys, we got 400 or 80 points into intelligence, got 25 into move speed so I can hit the cap. Okay, 24 into attack speed, 50 into crit chance, 30 into crit hit damage, maxed out on armor and all res, rest going into life, maxed out on area damage for your toads, and life on hit. Okay, after that, start putting it into resource cost reduction. Okay, let's look at the skills real quick. So we got Explosive Toads on the Plague of Toads instead now. We've got Wrathful Protector with the Gargantuan. Got Burning Dogs. Got Wave of Mutilation. Again, just such a solid skill for that 15% increased damage on enemies hit. Got Big Bad Voodoo with Slam Dance. Honored Guest. Spirit Walk. Passes are Fetish Sycophants, Pierce the Veil, Midnight Feast. This is going to boost the damage of your dog and your Garg. And then lastly, and this is very important, you don't want to run this build without Grave Injustice, okay? We want the Garg and the Big Bad Voodoo to be off cooldown as fast as possible. So something that you actually want for this is you constantly want a steady stream of mobs. It's really going to help you kill things faster, because the more trash you kill, well, the more anything you kill, the faster Garg is going to be available again, the faster Big Bad Voodoo is going to be available again. So whenever you're fighting elites, it's a good idea to get your Garg out right away, drop down a Slam Dance, and hopefully you've been able to kite or lead some trash in there as well with the elites, so that in case you're unable to defeat the elites in one wave of the Garg, which can happen because he's a little stupid and doesn't always attack them, you'll be able to pull out another one, hopefully, by having killed enough trash to get that cooldown all the way down, alright? So let's give her a go, boys and girls. Let's give her a go. Do some rifting action. Left my goddamn speakers on again. Hopefully it's not all echoey. Alright. I'm ready for my trial to begin, bro. It's a very solid build. It kills, it's got good killing speed. I think with an amulet with fire damage on it, well, I don't think, I know that with a fire damage amulet, it would really make the killing speeds even faster. But you know, maybe you don't have a pair of Swampland Waders, right? And in the event that you don't have a pair of Swampland Waders, then I think that Burning Dog, and maybe you don't have a Hoe Drap either, right? So if you don't have a Hoe Drap and you don't have the Swampland Waders, I think that you're better off running Burning Dog than trying to force the Poison Dog build to function without those two items. I mean, it'll work, but it's not going to be even close to as efficient without the Hoe Drap and the Swampland. I can't even speak this morning. Good God. Yeah, without those two items, it's really just not up to snuff, in my opinion. So, oh, Conduit. I love Conduit. Who doesn't love Conduit? Wish like every single one of these was Conduit all the time, baby. That would be just baller. No Legos? Nothing. I'm getting shafted. We haven't even had to pull out the Garg yet. That's because of this, though. It's kind of a shady rift right here. It's not too great, I don't think. Shouldn't have used the Conduit. It's not a very good sign of how good the build is, like running through things with Conduit. Unlike the, let's talk about what I like. So what I like is that the Wrathful Protector Gargantuan is like really badass, right? That guy hits like a freaking truck. So what I like a lot about the build is with Graven Justice, you get to use your Garg often. You're not really waiting on him, and I just like using the Garg. I think he's awesome. And we're gonna get to use him here. Let's use him. Get in there, buddy. Boom. That's not a really good example, though, because we have power on. This is a lame-ass rift. So yes, I really like using my Gargantuan. And I like having Slam Dance off cooldown more often. Of course, we haven't really gotten into a situation yet where we've really had to use either of them. The Burning Dog has just this aura around him. He doesn't even need to attack, and he'll do damage. Let's just not attack and let the dog do the business. And see, he's very strong. Seeing some good numbers, some 50s, some 60s. Not quite as high as the crits on the Poison Dog, but that's because I have less fire damage mods on there. Can't leave that chest behind. Might have a Lego in it. Gobby! Get that Gobby! Nothing. That's alright. Just look how awesome Gargantuan is. Yeah, so like I said, with Graven Justice, you can really, you don't have to wait on elite packs to pull your Garg out. You can pull them out in the middle of a big trash pack, and by the time you're done dealing with the trash, your cooldown is going to be done and over with. Definitely need some more mob density to really show this build off. So power again. I'm gonna skip that power conduit just so that we can see the build. I hate those worms, man. Those rock worms hit like a freaking freight train. It's ridiculous. Look at that. Oh my god. Why are you so strong, Rockworm? You're just trash. Unbelievable. We're gonna skip that. Is that on the lead? Anyway, here we go. Let's get the Garg out. We can even drop Slab Dance here. Doesn't matter. They're gonna be off cooldown pretty quick. Hope if I can get out of there. There we go. You can already see Garg is already half down on the cooldown. Like, just fantastic. If there was a little bit more trash there, he'd be off cooldown already. Same thing with Slam Dance. You know, you cut your cooldown time in half. It's fantastic. Whoa. This is going to be a really fun build, a viable build for 2.1 as well, when we can start farming for Hellfire amulets. And like I said in the video before, having Graven Justice on there is going to open up a world of possibilities, and this build can only become stronger with a Graven Justice amulet. Garg is off cooldown. Slam Dance is already almost back up. Which if you play a Pioson Dog build, you know that it can be a little bit annoying having to wait for your Slam Dance to come back sometimes. Let's bring the Garg back out. Look, see what I mean about him being stupid? He's just standing there. Kinda silly sometimes. Do work, Gargantuan, do work! Ooh, Resplendent Chest. Lego! It's an Azarath, is it? It is an Azarath. Awesome. Not that I'll be using it, but you know, it's nice to get one. Sure would have liked a mythical Star Metal Kukri. See, that Garg's off cooldown again. Pull him out for this. See all the trash going down. By the time we're done this, he's going to be more than halfway off cooldown already. When we're done with this trash set. Yeah, he's almost back. Like a boss. And that's really one of the main reasons you can run T6. Like, I'm running T6 with considerably lower effective DPS than with my Poison build. But you can do it because that Wrathful Protector is so strong. And fire in general is just unbelievably powerful now. Oh, I'm stuck. Let's get the Dark out. Yeah, fire is just like, it's unbelievably strong now, so even with a little bit less DPS, we still manage to be able to just wreck face. More so when the Garg actually feels like attacking things. But again, this is definitely, I think, a build that people should be running if they don't have Swampland Waders or the Hodrep. This is definitely the way to go. The clear times, I think, are a little bit longer for Lego. What do we got? Ooh, that can be good. I've been looking for a new Ami. These guys with their boulder tosses really get on my nerves. Let's get the Garg out. He'll be off cooldown pretty quick here. Hitting them with that Wave of Mutilation. That comes off cooldown super fast with Graven Justice on as well. Okay, now we got the Guardian, and the Garg is almost off cooldown, so we'll be able to pull... Whoa, that kind of hurt a little. We'll be able to pull him out pretty quick. Drop a Slam Dance. Just like that. Alright guys, so there you have it. That is the Burning Dogs. I think it's a good build. I think it's strong. Like I said before, I think if you don't have the Hoe Trap or the Swampland Waders to really boost the Pioson Dog build to the next level, that you should probably be running this. That's if you have a Tall Man's Finger, of course. Additionally, it can be a little tricky, right? If you don't have an SOJ, this build is going to be hard to really accomplish as well, unfortunately. If you don't have an SOJ, just get the best ring you can on there, something that's like trifecta with crit hit damage, crit hit chance, attack speed, and try and roll some fire damage on your amulet. Okay, you need at least 2 pieces with fire damage modifier on there. Otherwise, it's just going to be pointless. You're going to be wasting your time. Well, you're not going to be wasting your time, but you're not going to be doing this on T6, let me tell you that, right? So remember, like, if you don't have an SOJ, make sure you have fire damage on your amulet. And yeah, enjoy the build. I'm sure you already know about this build. I just wanted to give my 2 cents on it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope maybe you learned something. And if you didn't, well, thanks for coming by anyway. And later.